Hello everyone, welcome to episode 59 of Talk Wrestling here on NoDQ.com. No, you're not seeing Jeff Meacham yet, but... Oh, wait. Here, maybe. Oh, there I am. Hello. Today is a very special day here on Talk Wrestling because not only we're going to get everybody's favorite person and mine, Noah Donish, on the show, but today's a very special day just for Noah. You see, he decided to record a little parody of me, as you've seen many times already. I'm sure you've watched it at least once and then puked and then broke your computer in dismay and horror. Today is going to be Hulk Hogan, Hollywood Hogan, Terry Bollea, whatever you want to call him, Appreciation Day here on Talk Wrestling. So I'm going to start out by putting my tank top on over my No DQ shirt because, quite frankly, you don't want to see this body in the tank top. That's just disturbing on multiple levels. Even this is bad. Oy. There we go. I am a fat ass, and I don't care what you have to say about it. There we go. Alright, got something a little different for you right now. This is, from what I am told, our first ever video question. This is from Original Biggie 1. If you guys ever have a video question or video response you want to send in to be part of the mailbag or whatever, feel free to do it. We'll use it on future Talk Wrestlings. Here is Original Biggie 1's question.
Hey Jeff, big fan of the show. I want to get your take on the unified tag titles. Should they just keep having both of the titles, or should they just make it into one title? And also, what is your take on the tag team division in both WWE and TNA? In my view, I think WWE has a less, I won't say celebrated tag team, because they have so much talent, but they don't know how to use it. Unlike TNA's tag team, which is phenomenal. So I just want to get your take on the unified tag titles. Thanks again, Jeff. Kick Noah's ass for me later.
I will kick Noah's ass for you and you only, sir. Yes. No. I like the fact that they unified the tag titles. You know what, honestly, during the road to WrestleMania, everybody appeared on everybody's show anyway, so it only made sense to have the tag titles appear on every brand if they're going to do it that way. As far as the tag team divisions, I much prefer TNA's. I like what they're doing with this TNA, the Team 3D Invitational Tournament for the $100 grand and the shot at the titles. I like that we're seeing tag teams we haven't seen before. I like we're seeing tag teams that we haven't seen in a while. I love that Amazing Red is back. That's awesome. He teamed up with Suicide, and they won their match, which was cool. I love seeing Beer Money be serious. I love the fact that they've, smartened up and realized they got to get serious if they're going to win the titles back. That's really cool. I do like TNA's tag team division better overall than I do WWE's. TNA seems to have more depth, which is really weird because WWE has a huge talent pool at their disposal. There's no reason why they can't have more tag teams be prevalent on their shows. It's so ridiculous. There you go. Alright, this is from Sharing456, and I'm sure I said that wrong. When do you think The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels will retire and enter the Hall of Fame? Undertaker probably will get into the Hall of Fame 2011. Michaels the year after that. Michaels has another year or two left on him. Undertaker, from what I'm reading at NoDQ.com, the only source for your wrestling news, which, by the way, NoDQ.com/Twitter. No, I fucked up. Twitter.com/NoDQ.com, the words, DOTCOM. This is why we do plugs at the end of the show, people, because I fuck up in the middle. This is exactly why. Anyway, Michaels has a year or two left on him, I think. Undertaker, from what I read in the No DQ posts, is down with knee and hip injuries, and they may discover more if they do the operation. So, Undertaker's probably good for the rest of this year, if not WrestleMania next year, which would be cool, because we'll see him live. And then Michaels will retire a year or so after that. So, they'll be in separate years. I wanna be a Hulk. Oh, wait, no. No, it's the same shirt, but it's not Noah. It's me. Look, see, look, wait. There I am. I'm back. It's okay. Well, you know what's funny about that, Aaron? I'm make sure you stay here for this. He sang a whole verse of that song. I have never heard that song in my entire life. I swear to God. The only song I ever heard off that album was his theme song from WCW, American Made. I didn't know what he was singing about until I actually looked it up and heard the song, and I was amazed. Noah, who's a bigger Hulkamaniac? Who's a bigger dork? Well, me, but seriously. Huh. Anyway. Dave Mack001. What do you think of the idea of turning Cena heel and pushing Randy Orton as a rebellious face, similar to how Stone Cold was pushed? I don't believe they're going to do that, to be perfectly honest with you. I think that they're going to keep Randy Orton as a heel, whether the fans cheer him or not, to be honest with you. I think that's going to happen. It's just going to be that way. Cena, they're pushing him as their top guy, their top babyface, their top draw, which he still is. Don't know why. Randy Orton is going to be the top heel in the company. Not just the Raw brand, but in the company. He's the top heel in the company right now. And they're going to go with that for as long as they can. He's a great heel. I love watching him. Rhodes and DiBiase do their thing each and every Monday night. That's the only reason I turn into Raw anymore is because of Legacy. And we'll see what they're going to do next. I mean, they took out Shane McMahon the other night. That was pretty cool. Even though it was stupid. Shane McMahon ended up beating him up, and Orton missed his mark completely. He was trying to break his knee, and he broke his toe or whatever it was. It was pretty stupid. But Randy Orton as a heel is working much better than Randy Orton as a rebellious babyface, and I don't think that would ever work properly. This one is from Instant Classic WWE. Can you tell me what makes TNA so appealing to any wrestler and WWE wrestlers? What's the difference in the contracts and shows between them? I can tell you, then I have to kill you. No, I'm kidding. I believe the appeal is contracts are about the same, if not a little bit less, but the schedule is better. They're on the road less, a lot less, unless they're doing the house shows, which a lot of them are now. But there's not as many house shows or live events, whatever you want to call them, as there is in WWE. They have an occasional house show during the course of the month. A few house shows during the course of the month in TNA, and not so much in... not as much as WWE. The pay scale, it depends who you are in TNA. I mean, Kurt Angle's getting buku bucks. Sting's getting buku bucks. Mick Foley, I'm sure, is getting paid through the nose. But a lot of the guys aren't getting paid, you know, a lot as much as they would in WWE. But they're traveling a lot less. They're working a lot less. But a lot of them also supplement their income with indie wrestling. So, you know, it really depends on the person. TNA is appealing to me more so as a fan than WWE right now because they're actually doing a lot better things. I'll get to that a little bit later as I talk about different things in this show over the course of the next couple weeks. But, you know, I like TNA a lot. I like WWE a lot. I'm a fan of both. But TNA is appealing to the wrestlers because of the large schedule. This one comes from Hungry... Oh, by the way, it's a different shirt. It's got Hogan's head on it. It's a different shirt. I promise. Hungry Goth. I'm an avid watcher of TNA as we get the pay-per-views free over here in England, albeit a few days after the original airing. What do you think about the push of muscle men like Steiner and now Lashley over the X Division? It's loud. Somebody's mowing the lawn outside. Muscle men like Steiner and Lashley. Wow. Okay, Steiner is not getting the big push. He's just kind of part of the Mafia. He's just kind of there. And Lashley, what has he done? He's sat there and pointed twice. He hasn't done anything. He's not getting a push. He's just there. God, you guys, just wait and see what happens first. Jeez. No. Lashley is apparently a named talent. I mean, I don't particularly like Bobby Lashley. I never really did. But TNA sees something in him, so go for it, I guess. I don't know. But Scott Steiner, yeah, he's not getting a huge push or anything. He's just kind of at TNA. He's just kind of there. So it's okay. He's not getting a huge push. He's just part of the Mafia. Doesn't mean he's going to get a world title shot in the near future or anything. All right, this is a long one, so I apologize. This is good, though. Ron Simmons. No, it's not really Ron Simmons, obviously. I don't know if you've gone over this question before, but it's been lingering in my head for quite some time. What are your thoughts on the changing of the look of the ECW and WWE Championship belts? I personally think the John Cena custom look of the WWE title is a disgrace and it's getting repetitive. I think that they should change it again, or at least back to the Undisputed look. Step Henson. P.S. Okay. I'm trying not to laugh because it's funny. Noah the Chode Wrangler Donish is a jizz-eyed, cum-floundering, diaper fountain, apple-bobbing, red rag smeller that performs the dildo con run on his fat mother and has no pubes or phallus. PSS, love the show. Damn. Served? Maybe? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I'm not a fan of either belts. The WWE Championship, the spinner belt, it doesn't spin anymore. It is old. It's been used for 3 years now. 4 years, almost 5. I would much prefer they go back to the Undisputed look or some other version of the championship, because John Cena's not the champion anymore. It shouldn't be used as the championship anymore unless Cena's going to be the champion again, which he's not. He's on the Raw brand with the World Heavyweight Championship. Don't do that to the world title, whatever you do. Please, God, don't do that. And the ECW title is very big. It's very bulky. But the reason they're doing that is they're trying to distinguish anything from the original ECW compared to the new ECW. What you're watching on Tuesday nights at 10 o'clock on Sci-Fi is not Paul Heyman's ECW. They don't want anything from that show. The only thing left from that show is Tommy Dreamer. Nobody from the original ECW is left on that brand except Tommy, and he may retire this year. So the ECW belt is more of a thing where they're trying to get rid of everything that represented Extreme Championship Wrestling and just be the WWE brand ECW. That's why they did that. But both belts need to change because they're both hideous. I totally agree with you. Thank you. And love the comment, by the way. Very good. This one's from Burby8100. Hey, Jeff, how do you feel that they didn't have the ECW title defended at WrestleMania 25? I wasn't shocked. They had a pretty stacked card on paper. Look, it turned out like shit. But they had a pretty stacked card on paper. They didn't want to worry about the ECW Championship being involved. Much better off leaving that for Backlash, and the result turned out great. Christian's a new champion. I thought they did a much better job with that match than they would have at WrestleMania. WrestleMania was so loaded with stuff that it wouldn't have worked out. And I'm not mad about that. That's one of the things I'm not mad about WrestleMania, so they use ECW title. That's fine with me. I don't have a problem with that at all. This is from Randy Orton Kelly. Do you think there should be a Divas tag team title or a mixed tag team title? Okay. I'll make sure I didn't read that wrong. No. I got a question also that I deleted off the MySpace. Should there be a Divas brand? No. I'm sorry. I've said this before. The Divas are awesome to look at, and a lot of them are actually really good in the ring. However, most people do not tune in to WWE broadcasts or TNA broadcasts to see the girls. They want to see the guys wrestle. They want to see the guys in the storylines. They want to see the guys. And maybe that makes us wrestling fans gay. Whatever. It doesn't matter to me, brother. Whoop. Hogan. No, there should not be a Divas. They have 2 Diva championships in WWE and 1, the Knockouts title on TNA. That's enough. No more titles, not a whole brand dedicated to them, nothing. Done. I think they were trying to say Persia and be cute. It's PER5IA, so I'm assuming it's supposed to be Persia. Hey Jeff, I was wondering if you think that in past few years WWE's become less entertaining. I've been a WWE fan okay, around 10 years, and I think it's become so more predictable, and the storylines have become average at the best. It appears to me that this is because of the WWE PG rating that they added a few years ago. They turned PG last year. Maybe even this year. Why do you feel the same? This happens a lot, and I've been a fan this is my 19th year as a fan of professional wrestling. And when I started, wrestling was still cooking. It wasn't like it was in the 80s, but it was still pretty hot. Hogan was still on top. The Warrior was champion. Sergeant Slaughter was the top heel. Macho King was a top heel. And then it kind of took a downturn in the mid-90s. Both companies, WWE and WCW, were both, all of a sudden the Monday Night Wars came and boom, the whole business changed. And now we're back at a down point again. That's just going to happen. It's not anything, to do with anything. I mean, WWE storylines are stale. TNA storylines are somewhat stale. But, people are watching wrestling less and going to wrestling shows less. The economy is a big part of it. The economy right now is such that people aren't, wanting to go to wrestling events live, and so they don't really want to watch it on TV and be miserable if they can't go see it live. That's a big part of it. Another thing is people aren't buying as much merchandise because the economy's down. Wrestling as a whole is not a huge draw compared to other mainstream sports, so you're going to have times where it's up, then it's down, then it's up, then it's down. We're in a down point right now. It's starting to turn around, it looks like, again. It's starting to turn around. But I don't see it becoming huge like it was in the golden age of the 80s or in the mid-90s, mid to late 90s ever again. I don't see that ever happening. This is from Christian. Hey, Jeff, my name is Christian. What I wanted to ask you is how come the WWE never gets to push some good superstars, in my opinion, like D.H. Smith and Tyson Kidd? I mean, I've seen Smith have one match, and that was against JBL. Now they have Tyson with extremely good talent, but they wasted on these stupid matches with Finlay. They should be treated in a better way because they are generation wrestlers, not like CM Punk or John Morrison. They have history and experience behind them. If you watched ECW, I believe it was last week or 2 weeks ago, you saw Tyson Kidd get a victory over Finlay to pretty much end that feud. I believe I'm pretty sure D.H. Smith got drafted to ECW in the supplemental draft, so you're going to see those two and Natalya on ECW, which could mean a Heart Foundation 2.0 reunion. Could happen. All those guys are Heart Foundation people. I believe Tyson is Georgia Hart's son. Could be wrong. Or he may be just a family friend, I'm not sure. And of course, D.H. Smith is British Bulldog's son. Natalya is Jim Neidhart's son. A daughter. Jeez, I'm having a bad day. This Hogan stuff's throwing me out. No more appreciation days. This is the last one, I promise. They should get a better push now that they're all together on ECW. They should get a better push now that they've got the wins underneath their belt as far as Tyson goes. Natalya always is up there in the higher echelon, if you will, the Divas, in my opinion. And we should see that happen in the near future. That they'll be pushed more to the moon than they are just kind of flattened out. Alright, all the wardrobe changes are done. We're back to where we started. And I think it's time to deliver on a promise that was made last episode. So let's go ahead and find him in the old phone book. If he had changed his number by now.
Hi, this is Noah. Roses are red, boogers are green. Please leave your message on this stupid machine.
Wow. Wow. Okay, first of all, you didn't answer your phone, so you're a punk. Second of all, your voicemail's gay, so you're gay. Thirdly, we agreed on the time to try to settle shit, and you don't want to answer your phone, so that's fine. I'll tell you what. This goes out to everybody watching Talk Wrestling, everybody that watches XTV. You won't hear the name Noah Donish on this show ever again because Noah Donish is a punk. Have a nice day. Roses are red. Boogers are green. Leave your message on this stupid machine. Wow. Next time on Talk Wrestling, more of your questions from the good old mailbag, and never mentioning that name again. We'll see you next time.